Shalom. All praise and glory be unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Ruach. This is an impromptu. I'm driving down the road and shit, man. I'm really, man, just gonna go all the way in on this video. Even though it's just an impromptu, I'm gonna make it short and sweet, Lord willing. But first, let me say, all praise and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ruach. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I say that because I witnessed straight up judgment today at the plantation with the news we received. And I'm driving right now, so Shalakia Akim and if you are out there watch the channel. So let's get straight to it. 3 p.m. At the plantation yesterday, 12/15/2022, December 15, 2022. The owner and president of the company that I work at currently, he came in for a meeting, and the meeting was about them losing one of his biggest customers, Whirlpool, due to a lot of work performance not being up to par. And so they had the meeting with the owner, and he's the president as well. The company came in, and he was talking a lot of shit about all of his jakes, man. He talked a lot of shit, like got really personal, like showing his horns. And especially when he got to the Latin tribes, he just said some shit that was just so despicable that I didn't even believe what he said, because it was that bad. It was that bad, where he talked shit about us and the Latin tribes. When he got to him, the shit he was saying about them was so bad about when you can read between the lines pretty much how good Issachar are at being slaves, how he was wording it, because his exact words were, first he was bragging off the money he makes off of Issachar. He got a plant down in Saltillo, Mexico. And he was bragging about how much money he makes and shit. He makes 500 to 600% more profit on the Mexico plant, and pretty much just boasting about it, like how the Mexicans, no matter what, they work hard. And then he made a statement saying that in Latin culture, Latinos, they don't defy authority, they obey. And this is his exact words. And he brought up like 4 or 5 Ishkarites from Mexico, at that plant down in Mexico. And I'm in the parking lot, so let me park. But he brought them up here, and pretty much after he said that after he said that comment, right? After he made the comment about them being excuse me, about them being obedient and how they obey. Excuse me. There was an Iscarite by the name of Euless. So when he made the comment, excuse me. When he made the comment, he said, just like this. Let me say it the right way. He said, in Latin culture, Latinos don't defy authority. They obey, right? Well, let me put the light on still so you can see me. And when he said it, he said, "Hey, Euless, ain't that right?" and it was an Israelite. That was his name, Euless. And Euless was like, yeah, that's correct. And it was so insulting that it's a Manassite that works for me in my plant, and we had the meeting at the main plant, right? So a Manassite, so-called Cuban, and a Ephraimite woman, so-called Puerto Rican woman, they when he said it, their immediate reaction was, they were offended, and I was offended, being an Israelite myself and knowing the truth, or knowing this knowledge, and knowing that these, knowing that these Edomites are the devil. I was insulted myself, and being a northern tribe, Israelite, I was like, yo, like, I mean, the nerve of this devil, to say the things he's saying right now. And so, long story short, all right, when he said this shit, he was talking about the conditions they work in down there in Mexico. I mean, which is fucked up. And he was bragging about how he got basically a slave sweatshop down there, and how they work long hours. And if anybody got any common sense, they know how much Esau take advantage of the so-called Latin countries by their currency being even a lower value than the U.S. dollar, which is the peso, right? And so, he was bragging about the 500 to 600% increase of profits, and then basically, he what else he was man. He was like talking about how much he enjoy the time he can get with his family, but he can't enjoy it when you got people that don't want to perform. And he was really talking about Jake. I'm like, yo, Jake built this society up for Esau from Judah down to Issachar, right? And I was just like, yo, the nerve of this devil, how he's bragging about how rich he is and who his neighbors is and all that shit, how comfortable he is, him and his wife and son. And I was instantly thinking about, how hard we have it in this world. And so early afternoon today, the news was reported that he had died. All right, now he had died. He early this month, or the beginning of this month, late or the end of November, and beginning of this month, when he was down with he had caught that that care package again. I'm just saying it that way to be YouTube friendly. He caught that care package. You know what I'm talking about? That care package has been going around, that going on around for about 2 or 3 years now. And he of course received that jump shot, and so that's more likely the reason why he gone. But it was just judgment, because not even 24 hours later, he's dead. And I was, man, when they told us he was dead, the Latin tribes that I work with, the two are named, we were instantly looking at each other like, hey. And I said that was judgment. I couldn't hold my peace at the moment. I said that's judgment, because the shit he was just talking yesterday about Jake, and especially the Latin tribes, I said that's straight up judgment, and it took place fast. All right, you talking shit about the Most High's people to our faces, and the way you doing it was so goddamn despicable. We know you devils in power, and we gotta wait this out until the Most High deliver us and liberates us, his people from under your hand, right? Those of us that truly believe, right? So, I didn't get too upset today, but when he said it, I was upset. Of course, I kept talking about it the whole day, even into the day. I kept talking about it until they told us we were having a meeting. I was like, yo, what for? found out that news, I just started praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, long story short, I just started praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know. I thought about Lazarus and the rich man. And that was so fucking beautiful what happened, because how it happened, how it took place. And I was like, yo, that's right on time, because of the shit he was just talking about. You had even fucking, hey, Jake gonna be Uncle Tom's, Uncle Tamales, Uncle Tomahawks. They're gonna be that. I mean, that's just something, you know, that we gotta witness. You know, we can't get around that. Jake gonna do that shit. Remember, 2/3, they don't want to return. They don't want to see Esau go down. They like being in this shit. But I just thought about Lazarus and the rich man in the movie Trading Places. Here it is, this Edomite, this devil was rich, and he boasted to our face of how comfortable he was, how he enjoyed his lavish trips and shit. His neighbors are all multi-millionaire and billionaire people that work at these high corporations that he rubbed elbows with. Shit on those small people, which Israel, we're small right now. Meaning we're in a lower state. We're a small matter to the conversation when it comes down to world issues, except for them doing away with us because they want their birthright back. But the thing was, it was just beautiful to see how fast that recompense came back. And I said, this devil gonna die, but when he come back, he gonna come back as a slave. And the same people he talked shit to, even the fucking coon ass Iscarite Euless, is gonna be beating his ass in slavery. Because, hey, Revelation 13:10 says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints are Israelites, whom he was talking shit about us in that fucking meeting yesterday. Okay. I also thought about Jeremiah 49:12, where it says that they whose judgment was not to drink of that cup have assuredly drunken. Right? Talking about us. We drunk in that cup of slavery, right? And it says, art thou he whom shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt drink of that cup. Talking about who? Edom, Esau. All right? And when they announced he was dead, the room was like, oh, I was like, wow. I said, man, I said, what I say? I said judgment, and then I was like, I said, Yahweh Kayah, Yahweh liveth, or Yahweh lives, and it was like, man, yo, it was just beautiful. And you had where we was talking about it, and this Southern Kingdom Jake, he was, come on, man, embarrassing, Jake embarrassed you, excuse me. He was like, God, I'm like ugly. And at the same time, he said that, right? He turned around and said, let us bow our heads in prayer. And, I was like, yo, nigga, you ain't finna do this right now. And I was just thinking to myself, like, yo, Jake do anything to trim their ways and seek love. I'm like, yo, we all just witnessed him talk shit about us to our fucking faces about nothing. Okay? This is one of the shittiest jobs I ever worked at. And here it is, you're gonna blame it on Jake when your overhead is the issue. And to degrade our people that way, all right, and then to have our people, well, our people all in this shit, and then had this nigga talking about let's bow our heads in prayer. I say you praying for this fucking devil. You crazy? And I walked about the goddamn conference room, the big conference room we was in. Man, I told everybody, I said, the Most High swiftly judged this motherfucking devil. And that was the truth. That was the truth. You know? And this is just not long ago, a few hours back that this happened. We had to meet about him dying. So, I look forward to that because, Jeremiah 30:16 said, all they that devour us shall be devoured. And all of them that prey upon us will he give to us for a prey. And all our adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Now, this is future prophecy. And the Lord told this unto Jeremiah the prophet to tell who? The children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? That's the way the Most High was comforting us and letting us know that, hey, you're going to enslave the nations that enslaved you. You're going to devour the nations that devoured you. Lamentations 2:15. When we're in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to say the same thing. Certainly, this is the day we look forward to. All right, when the heathen go down in slavery, and we get to get everything that they got out of us. Slavery. Fuck that. I ain't gonna use nice words. All right, working the cotton fields. We're gonna have sweatshops. We're gonna have factories. That's gonna be free labor. All right, fuck that, free labor, where these heathen are gonna fucking work their ass off to make the nicest fucking apparel that one's hands can make, because we like to dress up. We royal people, and we like to get dressed when we get dressed. And so, I forget his last name. His name is Eric. Fuck him though. All right, his name is Eric. Mr. Eric in the spirit world, waiting to come down here in chains and shackles, right into slavery, head first. Okay. Anyways, I know it's kind of long, but I just want to make that video, all right, about the situation that just took place. All right. So with that, shalom, and until next time, shalom.